So let me start this session then. Okay, it is getting recorded, so you will be getting recording after the class. Okay. So we will say that, okay, welcome you all again to the NetMillion Solutions, where your outcome always matter to us. Okay. And the one who are coming from the Skilled Inspirational Academy, if there is someone, okay. So let me tell you that Skill Inspirational Academy and NetMillion Solutions are one, okay. And we are combinedly work in together in a correct direction. Okay. So when we will be touching F5, um products, it means F5 is a company, just for your sake, okay guys. F5 is a company and it has many product suites. One of them is big IP product suite, and this big IP product suite has like your LTM, GTM, ASM, APM, blah blah blah. There are different products. There can be big IQ devices also, there can be some data solutions product suites also. Okay, so F5 is a company and big IP is its product. Okay, so when we are saying we wanted to learn LTM, it means from the company F5 we are focusing on big IP product suite, and into that big IP product suite we are focusing only to the LTM. So just for your information guys, let me tell you, LTM is the very prerequisite thing. Okay, if you are maybe working on ASM, maybe if you wanted to work for APM or maybe some another module, you should be aware about LTM in any case. Okay, so maybe meanwhile Grish and Amit, you also try to resolve the issue. Okay, if it is an interactive session, that will be good for me also. I will also enjoy with you guys. Okay, so kindly try to resolve that. So I was telling that LTM is a base. It is bit like base of your pizza. Onto or top of what you can put corns also, you can put cheese also, or maybe non-veg or whatever you wanted to put. But LTM is the base. Okay. So when you are moving to maybe towards the big IP product suite family, I will not say it is an load balancer. Why it is not an load balancer? That we will be come into the picture. Why I am not saying that it is an load balancer. Okay. So when you are learning about LTM, you are entering into the big IP world. Okay, so let me tell you. If you see this diagram, okay, let me just show you this diagram again to you guys. So you can see the traffic is coming from internet to the big IP manager, and this traffic is moving for all of the servers equally. Okay, so let me build this diagram and I can show you that how your traffic will be moving when you will be seeing it into your production. Let us say there is a user. Okay, this user wanted to interact with any website, maybe abc.com. Okay, this user over the internet, maybe there will be a firewall which come into the picture. Okay, over the firewall going to a server. Okay, currently we are not talking about any of the big IP product suite product. Okay, this is our firewall, this is our cloud, and this is the user who wanted to interact with our server. Now what will happen? This user will go through the cloud, will analyzed by the firewalls, and firewall will check different rules, either it is allowed or no. If it is allowed, it will be going to the server, and server will generate the response, and this response will be go back to the abc.com. Let us suppose the owner of abc.com, the server capability of maybe 10K connections, okay, per second. Let us say now their website is getting famous, more and more traffic is now introducing and coming to this server, onto this server. Now what will happen? In this case they require two servers, right? So to have two servers, now if there are two servers, where should the request go? It is a question for you, all of you guys. You just let me know, if the request is coming, where should it go? Either on this server or onto this server. Any guess?
Uh, might be it will go on Of according to firewall, according to firewall rule.
You are right. So, according to the rule, but let us say rule is open for both of these servers, server 1 also, okay, and server 2 also. Then where it should go? Routing is also good. Firewall rule
Okay.
is also open. Now,
Means it might be it will check a balance traffic, where is traffic is clear or not, and where is
so you mean to say now we have the requirement of such a device which can analyze where the traffic is more or where the traffic is less, and as per that predictability, it will throw the traffic according to that. Am I correct?
right.
So in that case, we will be saying that okay, now F5 product family one, it is only one usage, huh, guys. It's not end to end, which I am telling you. Only one usage I am telling you in this particular slide. So here, after the firewall, we are placing big IP product suite. Okay, and let us talk. This is our LAN, and it's not only one server. Let us say there are maybe two server, three server, four server, or 10 server, whatever. Okay, now there are multiple of the servers available. Big IP product suite family by default will send traffic, first traffic here, second traffic here, third traffic here. By default I am talking about. Okay, there are many and many load balancing algorithms which we can change this traffic pattern. Okay, when we will be learning onto that class, you will be feeling amazed that okay, these kind of algorithms are there into the big IP product suite family. So for LTM, by default it is sending packet from 111, that is known as round robin algorithm. So what I told you that if you are placing big IP system, first usage is it is checking which device is having, okay, maybe currently it is not checking anything. It is just, load balancing kind of stuff. So this is known as load balancing, and it is known as load balancer. Okay. Now, the story begins. Big IP is not only load balancer. Why? Let me give you maybe one or two things over here. Then, when we will be proceeding with our slides, you will come to know that okay, it is not a load balancer. Let us suppose this client is coming from the cloud over the firewall. Then this is our big IP suite. Okay, maybe our LTM. Then there are three servers. Let us say it is not a big IP LTM, it is a typical load balancer. And over the some point of time, this is my server 1, server 2, server 3, my server 2 become dead. Okay, there can be a number of reasons: cable unplugged, server overload, maybe hardware issue, whatever. Okay, can anybody tell me? Please interact over the chat. If you cannot able to speak, it's perfectly fine. You can put it over the chat as well. Okay, so can anybody tell me how the traffic now will be moving? I was telling you about round robin method. Yeah. So how should now traffic moving?
it will send by the IP address to every machine, and
Correct. Correct. So if it is an if it is only a typical load balancer,
okay,
the first traffic will go over here,
okay,
second traffic will go over here, third traffic will go over here. And since it is down, it will drop this request. So some user maybe get complaining that buddy, I am not able to access your website.
okay,
Since your big IP is not only the LTM, or sorry, not only the load balancer, what it does proactively monitoring. Again, when we will be coming into the monitor parts, you will be able to understand okay, what are the monitors, what are the health monitors, and how does that work. Okay, so let me talk about very very basic health monitor. It is, again, you will feel amazed when you will be seeing monitoring, your custom monitoring. Okay, what kind of thing we can do in the monitor, you will be feeling amazed in that class. But let us talk about only the very basic health monitor, that is ICMP. What ICMP health monitor will do, big IP proactively within maybe some period of time, you can say 1 second, will send some kind of hellos, okay, because you guys are from Cisco background, so you guys are aware about the hello kind of stuff in
Yes, yes.
either in EIGRP, either in HSRP, either in any of the protocol, right? So
Right.
bit like you can say it is sending hellos. If that response is coming,
Mm.
it will be keep it up, otherwise it will mark it as down.
That okay.
So that kind of intelligence is in your, yeah, keep alive message, right, Amit? So now what is happening, it will do load balancing also, but not for only on the server 1 and on the server 3, not on the server 2. So downtime of the application is now mitigated, correct? Getting this point, guys? So this kind of intelligence, I am only giving very very basic example so that you guys can understand, because you are not from the FI field and you are entering into it, so you should not be in very first class. We cannot show you everything, every feature of the F5. I'm just giving you an basic overview. Okay, so let us come back to this slide again. So traffic is coming from the client over the internet, going to the big IP local traffic manager. Okay, by the way, LT means local traffic manager. If you are not aware, so LTM full form is local traffic manager. Okay, and since it is a big IP product suite, it is your big IP written over here, and since company is F5, FI is written over here. Okay, do not get confused in any of the things. You should be aware about each and every component, how it is written on over there. So what we were showing over here in this diagram, that your traffic, can you see it is load balancing, that is by default and known as round robin, correct? We talked about round robin. Okay, let us proceed further for the next slide and let us see what more LTM can do. Okay, so here if you see, there is one more thing, encrypted and unencrypted packet. So before going to the encrypted and unencrypted packet, I wanted to know what kind of knowledge you people have when we are talking about the website. So why website is used? Every business is now moving on the internet because it is a very fast way and a cheap way to interact with your clients. Correct. So everyone has some website. Google, Facebook, Yahoo, whatever name you take, you have the websites, right? These websites will be working on two type of protocols. First protocol is HTTP. Second protocol is
HTTPS.
HTTPS. Perfect, perfect. Who speak out? Rakesh, of course,
Okay.
because your mic is only working.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So what is the difference between these two guys? Maybe those who cannot
Uh,
speak, please
first one,
put over the chat. Huh?
first one is not secure, and second one is secure. That's why, and the data will be not in text plane in HTTPS, and you can we can see text plane data in HTTP.
Yeah, yeah. So
If if
everyone
we
is on the
use
same page. Everyone is on the same page.
okay.
Even this S means the secure. But how it is securing? May anybody tell me on that? What it is doing? How you can say it is
Means
secured?
might be it will share a key to communicate and access the data.
Okay, let us talk about that. Let us talk about that regard, that how it is. We can say that it is secure and it is not secure. First of all, when a client is sending a traffic over the HTTP to an web server, okay, it means anyone can read about this traffic. It is a plain text traffic. First thing, I hope all of you have same understanding. Second thing, you were saying about the key and something like that. Okay. So second thing is, if you are using HTTPS, it means there is a certificate which installed on your application, right? There will be a private key which will be installed on your web server. Okay, and there is a public key which can be installed on any of the client who is accessing over the internet. Okay, so this is your internet traffic. Now the thing is, when you are using these kind of keys, it means whosoever is having that key, from here it is getting encrypted with that key. Okay, traffic is now encrypted, And over here, that same with the that private key, server can decrypt it. Is this
Okay.
part clear? So
Yeah.
if you have this key, you can, yes, it is end to end. It is known as end to end encryption. Means you are encrypting something. Okay, the data which is going on, that is known in the plain text. Maybe if I am sending hello, okay, I am sending hello as that message. This is a message hello. So in http it will be plain. Maybe in https it can be xyg 3 4 any special character like that. It will be sent like that. So none of the hacker able to crack it, because it is not into the plain text, but obviously it is using some kind of encrypting method which need to be again decrypted at server end. Is this part clear, guys?
Yeah.
So story does not stop over here. Now how does big ip coming into the picture now? That we will be talking about. Okay, let us suppose again about an website named as example.com. Okay, this example.com is having a server, and there are maybe mm, thousand of requests is coming. All of these requests, but obvious is using ssl or tls encryption. Okay, by the way, https is using your ssl or tls encryption. In our class we will be talking about this also, don't worry. Okay, and all of these encryption need to be decrypted by whom?
Private key.
By whom?
Server.
By server. That's correct. Your server is entertaining the request also, your server is decrypting the request also. So
Okay.
your server should be having some kind of ssl cards, okay, to do it, or your hardware cost is getting increased. In this case, how fi will be like leveraging that part. Let me tell you about that thing, huh? This is your client traffic. It is coming from internet to maybe over the firewall, then maybe big ip ltm is coming into the picture, then maybe we are having couple of the servers. Okay, that is our standard scenario, right? Now if request is coming from here to here, it will be ssl or tls, that is encrypted. We can do some of the setting over the big ip, that when it is going to the server, it will be sending the plain traffic. So within the data center, if this is your data center, right, within this data center, request is coming sl and tls, but within your data center it is plain traffic. So hacking chance, or maybe the data theft of data chance are decreased. Getting this point, guys? Anybody has any issue in this? How big ip will do that? Let us talk about that. Okay, maybe let me go with slide by slide, otherwise I will not be able to complete this slide. Okay, so gtm, maybe gtm is for when you have different data centers, then gtm role will come. I hope amit is working on gtm. He should be aware about the gtm technology. It is intelligent dns. Then we will be talking about our asm. Asm is something very unique product. Okay, it is an WAF, by the way. Application Security Manager is the full form of this big IP product suite, and it protects your big IP. Sorry, it protects your application issues. So let me give you a very brief, introduction about the ASM. So even if your traffic is going end to end, it is an big IP LTM plus ASM, and these are the servers.
Can we make it LTM plus ASM? Is that features are available in Big IP?
I will tell you, don't worry. I will tell you. Okay. Don't worry. So one hardware can support multiple of the modules. It depend upon couple of things. First thing, what is the license which you are purchasing for? If that license allow you to enable these two modules, then you can enable it. Second thing, what is the capability of your hardware? Either do you have that ram that it can support such kind of heavy modules to be done. Okay, maybe if you have license, even then, do you have ram or no? So that thing is also coming into the picture. So there are couple of more things when we will be coming to doing the licensing part. At that time I will be showing you this all of the stuff, don't worry. Okay, you will be doing it by your own, because I do believe whenever I am teaching to someone, the best way to transfer the knowledge is practice. If you can enable some kind of algorithm that your candidates start practicing by their own, it means they will learn. Okay, so that is the only way. Practice, practice, and practice. So you need to do some labs when we will be touching one of the topic. Maybe we are touching health monitors. Okay, then you need to do couple of the labs I will be providing. Okay, these labs you need to do by your own, and I will be doing these labs by myself. Okay,
Is it
sir.
work on original scenario if we practice on lab?
Sorry,
मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि जो हम लोग लैब में प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, क्या ऐसा ही ओरिजिनल सिनेरियो में भी होता है जब हम
but obvious it will be same. Okay, we are not here showing you something which is not coming into the original scenarios. Okay, so by the way, let me tell you, I am working on the production. Okay, and I will be not touching only the theory portion. I will be touching whatever you can say, whatever the production issues comes in our environment. I will be touching that also, so that you should have production environment knowledge as well. Okay, it should not be only theoretical kind of stuff. It should be pretty production also, so that if you wanted to crack your interview, you should not be having any issue, right? Because if you are paying something, you should be getting something also, right?
थैंक यू सो मच।
From, yeah, but obvious it's apply on everyone, right? So if you are coming over here paying me 15,000 or whatever bucks net minion is charging with you. Okay, so you need to take that amount from someone. From where you will go into the market and you will sell yourself. Of course we are selling ourselves, right, when we are going to the interview. By the way, Amit, for you, what is ASM? ASM is a different module. If you say that LTM and GTM makes ASM, that no, bro, your understanding is not correct. Okay, ASM altogether is a different module. Okay, it is a security module, you can say. Okay, I was talking about the ASM. Let me talk about ASM first. Okay. So what I was talking about, that okay, if your traffic is coming end to end and it is SSL traffic that is coming to you. Okay, so it is your big IP unit and it is web server. I can inject couple of the attacks. Okay, if you will be talking about, if I don't know if you guys are aware about OWASP top 10 or no. If you are
यस,
aware about OWASP top 10, you are aware that very first, sorry, Rakesh, if you are aware, so it means you are aware about injection attack, correct?
राइट,
Injection attack means SSL attack. So
या,
what is one of the very famous thing is SSL attack. Now for talking about the SSL attack, SSL is a structured query. Oh, sorry, SQL. I am sorry, SQL attack. So what is SQL is structured query language, and it is a language of love between your web server and the database server. So if you are not aware about those things, do not get confused. Okay, because Amit, you were showing interest. I am talking about that, but it is not our part today to discuss about ASM. But let me give you a fair idea because you are asking about it. So even the traffic is coming SSL, but you can inject some kind of SQL query over here, and that query will do illegitimate behavior which should not be done. So one of the bad guy can access your website, maybe can have credentials, can have credit card information or blah blah blah, and number of information that should not be done ideally. So for securing that kind of stuff, we are having ASM into the picture. Okay, so we will not talk about ASM we will be talking about later on. Okay, if you will come for the ASM class also, I will be teaching you ASM at that time. Okay, so for your information, we can have big IP system as the virtual editions, means like you can store it over any of the VM, you can deploy over there. It will be work like that. You can have platforms like 400K, 200K, these kind of series. If you are in the ISP and you are having the high end infrastructure, you can use the VPN chassis also. For your information, we will be using virtual edition. We can create lab, you can use our lab also, but obvious lab charges this will be some like Joya or someone will tell you. Okay, and you can use your own laptop also. If your on your laptop it is 8 GB RAM is there, you can, buddy, you can use your laptop. I will be teaching you how to develop your own lab in your own laptop. Okay, so that you can access your lab at any point of time. Okay, then if you will be talking about certification, so it's starting from 101, where you will not get any kind of certification or something else. It is a entry point into the must point. Then you need to go for 201. Once you are having 101 and 201 both, you will be known as CA, certified administrator. After that, either you jump over here, here, doesn't matter. Okay, you can see 303 is dedicatedly for ASM. So we will be completing, we will be touching our 101 and most probably couple of the parts of the 201 as well.
What is the exam cost of that certification?
It's about 10 to 12K
Okay.
INR.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a very important slide, guys. Okay, do remember that when you, because you are from networking background, so you people are aware that if you wanted to send one packet from one position to another, let us say, we need to establish a communication between these two endpoints. This is your A, this is your B. If there are n number of devices are coming in between, what you need to do, you need to only provide routing, right? If your routing routes are getting exchanged, it means your end-to-end communication is okay, right? But let me tell you one thing. When the traffic is coming from A to B, either it is destined for this router 1, or it is destined for router 2, or it is destined for router 3. Means either it is the endpoint, either router 1 is blocking it and sending the request again. No, such kind of thing is known as packet based device. So your packet based device is doing what? It is not intervening with your traffic. It is only passing the traffic through it. Okay. Whereas your big IP system is not packet based design. What is that? I will be telling. Don't worry. Okay. Do not get confused. Let me complete first. Maybe then you can ask your questions. So you can see that request is coming from client and leading to where? Application server. And similarly, application server is sending response that client is entertaining, right? So that is how your end-to-end traffic is going on. But what if big IP system will come into the picture? Big IP system is known as full proxy design. Again, there is a disclaimer. Okay, when we will be coming to the virtual server types, and I will be telling you that okay, we have many of the virtual server types like standard virtual server type, layer 3, layer 2, layer 4, blah 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 blah. At that time, it will not be using full proxy design. It is not following that, and we will be checking that okay, big IP system is working as pure router. Okay, but by default, if anyone is asking from you what kind of device is big IP, you need to tell, sir, madam, it is full proxy. It behaves or it adheres to full proxy design, and it is an interview question, by the way. Okay, and it can be behave in different ways also, but that depend upon how we are configuring our virtual server. Okay, so what is full proxy design? Let us talk about that. Grish, you have any question? You are not asking anything. Maybe you can put over the chat if you have something. No? Okay. This is your client. This is your server. When request is coming from client, it is ended over where? It is ended over big IP system. And when I am saying big IP, it means I am talking about LTM, because we are talking about LTM only. And three-way handshake is completing is it is get completed by your F5 system only. What is three-way handshake? Syn,
Message
Synac
exchange.
and ECK. Correct?
Yeah, right.
In turns, F5 will again initiate the three-way handshake with your backend server. Okay. After that, whatever your traffic or data will come, it will be gone through like that. But one thing which is very important to learn about that is big IP is full proxy is adhering to full proxy architecture. Now you see this diagram and you will be able to understand. You can see big IP, first connection is between big IP and client, second connection is between big IP and server. Now if you see, big IP is the full proxy device in between, and that is the reason it can open this traffic, it can manipulate this traffic, it can modify this traffic, and it can deny this traffic. It all depends upon big IP. So before going to the application server, there is lot of things which big IP system can perform. This part is clear, guys? Now on your question, Amit. Okay, there are couple of proxies like forward proxy, okay, back proxy, backward proxy, and the full proxy. When we are talking about big IP is full proxy. Reason behind, when this packet is coming again, it will be coming to your big IP only. It is not going back to the client. Okay, so basically when you are talking about the SSL proxy or something like that in your environment, that is, I hope, forward proxy only. Okay, but here in big IP design, it is always full proxy design. It adheres full proxy design. Okay, so you are now aware that it is not a simple, the packet based design, but it adhere to full proxy design. So you can see request is coming, response is going from the big IP, second connection is initiated by your big IP, going and coming back. Okay, let us talk about more. Yeah, sir, when packet come from when does F5
Sir,
open
I
and
just
read that
have
packet?
one. Sir, I have one concern. Sorry to disturb you.
Oh, no, no,
Uh,
no, no, I am not getting disturbing, please ask.
Proxy. We are talking about proxy. I
Full
just
proxy.
want to know where I know proxy hide original IP information, right?
Hmm.
Means if client is requesting to access some website, right,
Hmm.
and it is going through big IP LTM,
Right.
but if they are answering to that client, what kind of information it will hide? Means directly it will send
Okay,
traffic or
so
information.
it is a tacky question. Okay, for that maybe okay, let me give you an overview about that also. Okay, so this is your client. It is having IP 1.1.1.1. If it is accessing some of the application, big IP system is something having named as virtual server.
Okay,
Okay, this virtual server will be having some IP, let us say 201.1.1. Okay, I am not including any kind of firewall or something into that to reduce the complexity of our environment, although in production environment there is something different. Then there are some servers. Server IP can be 172.16.10.1. When I am saying it is a full proxy design, it means packet 1 will be like source and destination. Source will be 1.1.1.1. Destination will be 201.1.1.1. Packet 2 when I am talking about, because web server is ultimately, this is the web server who is entertaining the request, right? Source packet will be 1.1.1.1. Destination will be 172.16.10.1. You are playing with the destination NAT over here by default. By default. Okay, whereas if you are using SNet, there is a feature named as SNet which we will be covering later on. Okay, and what is that, what is not that, that we will be doing later on. If you are using SNet, the second packet will be bit like that. There will be some IP over here which is again of the range of the 172.16 maybe 10.100. Let us say the traffic will be changes from 172.16.10.100 and 172.16.10.1. And this is the case of SNet. Okay, when we will be doing SNet again, SNet is a complete topic. Okay, we cannot cover everything in demo only, but I am giving you overview.
okay, got it, got it.
Okay, so got this point, guys? What is your question, Amit? Yes, sir. When packet come from the WAN, does Fi open and read that packet? Yes, but obvious. Packet always come from the WAN, right? Fi will read that traffic but OBS. Okay, so if we will not be able to read that traffic, how it can modify that traffic then? Okay, there is something known as persistence. Let me talk about, okay, about the persistence, because you are asking this question, so let me talk about that. So there is something known as persistence. Again, these are not the part of today's agenda, but because you are asking this question, let me touch that part also. Let us suppose you are going to the Flipkart, okay, and Flipkart is having 10 servers. You have chosen one maybe dress for you, okay, and you added it into the cart. Now again you are going to the Flipkart main page, okay, you are not checking it out, you are means generating another request. It should not be the case that now your request is going to the another server. If it will be going to the another server, it means your previous request is going to the win. Whatever time you decided, whatever time you selected for selection of your dress, that is into the win, right? So for that, there is something named as persistence. Persistence say if connection is coming from, maybe let us say persistence again of the different types, we will not come into that picture. Let us say it is source based persistence, okay, although it is not good. Why? That we will be talking out later on when our classes will be going on. Let us talk about the source based persistence. If source based persistence is coming on and traffic is going on the Flipkart, it means whatever request will be coming maybe within, let us say, 120-second time of period, okay, like first interval and the second interval can be have the difference of 120-second. All of the traffic will go on to the server one only. And to learn about the persistence, your big IP system should be intelligent enough to see that traffic. If it will not be able to see the traffic, means request will be only round robin, and that is not sufficing our need. Okay, Amit, I hope I answered your query. Let us proceed further then. So if you will be talking about, what is inside into the big IP system, you can see that big IP system ultimately working on Linux or Unix, you can say, okay, and ultimately you will be running a traffic management shell, or we can say they are building their OS on the basis of again on Linux or Unix, known as traffic management operating system. Okay, so in the GUI, it is known as TMOS. In the CLI, it is known as TMSH. Okay, when we will be covering our labs, you will be able to understand. So you can go into the CLI. By default, if you are going into the CLI, you will be into the bash mode. Okay, if you are having, you again, it depends what kind of privilege you are having. Okay, so if you are administrator, you will be landing upon the bash shell. But if you will write down TMSH, you will be going into the TMSH shell. Okay, so that things will work like that. Then you can log in through the GUI also. You can access through the IApps also. There are iRules, which is nothing but that. Okay, let me talk about the iRules. So let us suppose the traffic is coming from this PC and hitting to your big IP system and going to the server in a defined way. And you as a network admin or FI admin is not satisfied by that default way, and you want to say that no, FI is not working correctly as per me. As per me, this solution should be something else. So what FI is saying, okay buddy, what you can do, you can write down your iRules. Okay, again, currently I iRules and LTP also working. Okay, LTP maybe we will be not touching into the LTM part, but when you will be coming for ASM, I will be teaching you LTP also. LTP is nothing. iRules is working on the base of your TCL language. Okay, again it is a scripting language, so you can write down some kind of script to tweak the traffic behavior. But if you are not good with your scripting language, you can use LTP. If you wanted to get a fair knowledge about these two things, I have an video already created on the NetMinion solutions. If you go to the YouTube, okay, and find out NetMinion solutions, you will be having a video like bye bye iRule, welcome to the LTP kind of that, okay, and you can check what how LTP will work. Okay, you can have a fair idea about that. Even iRule, for iRule also there is some separate videos which is already created. So go to the NetMinion solutions, okay, just subscribe also there and check also these videos. You will be get a fair idea, okay, just for your knowledge if you have not done yet. So it is a full proxy, it is using iRules, and iRules can be work on any of the module, either it is ASM, APM, GTM, whatever. So there are a couple of the deployment mode. When you are deploying the iRule, it can be, it is bit okay. Who is aware, like who from here is aware about what that router on stick? Is anyone aware about it? Thank you, Amit. What about you, Grish? You aware about it? Router on stick? Rakesh, are you
No, I
aware?
don't. No, I don't know.
Okay. Who is aware about SVI? SVI. It is layer 3 VLAN, yeah. Aren't you aware about SVI also? No? Okay. Leave that. Let us talk over here then. Okay. I will not give the reference of that particular thing. So when your way of the traffic is bit like that, it is going to the big IP system, coming from big IP system over the same port, it is known as one arm deployment. If incoming traffic is bit different, outgoing traffic is bit different, it is known as two arm mode. So one arm means it is connected with your one arm only. Two arm means when it is going to the two arms. So the one who is aware about both of them, you can able to understand that it is bit like your router on stick. Okay, and it is like you have different VLANs kind of stuff. Okay. From where this coming? Strange. Okay, leave it. Let it be like here. So what would be our big IP lab setup in NetMinion? Okay, we will be set up like that. And not only this, we will be having, two load balancers so that we can show you the high availability kind of stuff also. So one load balancer will here as well. Okay, so you have one LTM unit here, one LTM unit here, then we will be providing you these servers. Okay, if you will be enrolled with us, I will be giving these servers if you wanted to build lab in your own PC. If you wanted to use our lab over the cloud, it is 24/7 on. You can use our lab also, but obvious you need to pay some extra. Okay, so traffic will be going like there will be some management traffic also, there will be some external way traffic also which will be hitting to these web servers, and we will be playing with this traffic ultimately all together. Okay, it is bit like that. So why you have a professional teacher which is teaching you. Okay, if I am not teaching, someone else is teaching ever, so he or she will be having a good experience in the market, and you will be having real time environment providing you the session recording. Okay, and we are providing you lab topics also. If you wanted to use our lab, you can use that. Okay, and you can just see the syllabus also which is available on the netminion.net. So if you have not seen yet, maybe just go over the web page, write down netminion.net. Okay, and our website will open in front of you, and there you can just surf like what are the topics we are teaching. Okay, and from there you can go ahead and learn about any of the maybe course with us. Okay, but maybe if you are interested only for FILTM for now, you just go over here, you click over the LTM, or maybe from in the trainings also. If you go from the F5 course, you can navigate from there also. So you will be able to see whatever the syllabus we are teaching. Okay, maybe these things you can just kind of stuff. Okay, you go there, check what we are teaching, what are the things. Okay, so whatever things we are written over there, we will be teaching you everything. Okay, any other questions, guys? House is open for the questions.
चेक पॉइंट का भी क्लास आपके यहाँ पे स्टार्ट होने वाला है क्या?
Sorry.
चेक पॉइंट, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट चेक पॉइंट फायर.
So checkpoint, we need to check. Okay, but yes, we are teaching checkpoint also.
Okay, exactly. I just want to join that class as well.
And that's perfectly fine. You can enroll for both of the classes then.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, most welcome for that. Anybody has any other question, please? Amit, Grish, Rakesh, do you have any question?
No, sir, I don't have any kind of question. If I have, I'll tell you.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Amit, Grish, any question from you side, guys? No? Okay, then I would like to say thank you for joining and thanks to coming over here in the NetMinute Solutions. We will feel like that you will be coming later on also, and will see that okay you will be coming in our classes. Thanks a lot. Have a good day ahead. Okay, bye bye.